Yo.
Oh, we on? We on. What's going on, good people? Welcome to the Wrap Up Podcast. It looks like I'm late. But, yeah.
Microphone check. 1, 2. What is this?
Episode 28. Yeah, I just woke up. What's going on, dog? How you feeling?
What's going on, man? Holding on, can't complain.
I dig it. Yeah, man, I'm over here in my phone. I ain't even know the red light was on. But we back in here for another one, man. So it's been a dry week. So we gonna try and figure out a little something to run through. Obviously, we just had the finals. So you know it feels like almost every show we gotta sprinkle in some hoops. That's just our thing.
Well, that's just because of the climate we were in recently. You know what I'm saying? So it lends itself.
Yeah, I mean, but even still, later on we gonna start talking FIBA, and you don't think so?
No, we ain't gonna get it.
We ain't gonna talk enough.
Nah, man.
Come on, dog. No, it ain't gonna go like that.
I don't think so.
Maybe no FIBA, but at least we can talk about these finals. So, I gotta give you your props.
Wait. So, let me get my chest right. Alright, yo.
Sticking his chest out, ladies and gentlemen.
That's right.
I gotta give you your props. You called Toronto.
Anybody else you knew was calling Toronto?
Not that I know of. I know I was definitely I said, even without KD, they could win. And I was wrong.
You did.
I was wrong. I had a pretty good streak going though. You know, I was doing a pretty good job calling these NBA playoffs. But yeah, once we got to the Eastern Conference Finals and the actual NBA Finals, I kind of faltered on.
And I told you, I said, yo, you was like, yo, Milwaukee. I said, yo, Young Buck.
Yeah, you was right.
Breathe, man.
You was right. You was right in the Eastern Conference Finals too. You said Toronto. And I said Milwaukee, and we saw how that ended up. And then, yeah, the finals, you called Toronto. So, shout out to Steph, Negro Damas.
And yo, and was I not still calling Toronto? If I said KD come back, I'm still calling Toronto.
You did. You definitely did. I give you all of the props in the world. You called this one to a T.
Hey man, my acumen in the sports business is ridiculous.
You did your thing. I'm actually glad that you backed out of the 6-piece wing. I would have owed you some wings. So 6 wings fried hard.
Oh, you should have just popped that off GP, man.
You're probably right. Did me a solid, you know. Wings on me next time.
For real.
Yeah, man. But Toronto, they came out there. They played very well down the stretch. I think we saw our best form of Kyle Lowry. I don't even think it's debatable.
I agree.
Kyle Lowry, had the tendency to shy away in the big moments, but no bigger stage for him, and he came through and balled out.
Yeah, he did.
I think he played very well through a majority of the finals, but none bigger than Game 6. He definitely did his thing.
And he plays heavy on the road, man. So
he does. He definitely does. I think he had 26?
26.
20. I think it was 26, 7, and 10, or 26, 10, and 7, something like that.
A solid D.
He almost had a triple double. He shot over 50%. The boy was hooping. Kawhi Leonard, much deserved MVP.
Yeah,
he played very well. Not as great as Game 6, but he did more than enough. I think the stats that he put up still don't quite say how he affected the game, but definitely a good all-around game from Kawhi. Fred VanVleet.
Wait.
Rockford's own.
Before you go to Fred, Kawhi, Hall of Famer.
If he continues this, yes.
I say he's
today,
one now. 2 final MVPs. He's in the Hall of Fame today. All-star.
He is an all-star.
When healthy, perennial.
True.
He's a Hall of Famer today.
The numbers.
The
Hall of Fame loves the numbers.
Yeah, one of 3 players to win championships on multiple teams.
Yeah.
His numbers stacked.
The playoff numbers look great.
2 finals MVPs, a defensive player of the year. 2 rings.
You selling me on it.
How
Oh,
many-
okay. I'll bend.
how many years-
I'll bend on that.
How many years has he been in the league? 5, maybe 6?
Nah, 7.
7? And he's
Think-
what? All-Star maybe 4 times, I want to say? I may be off on
Let
that.
me see. But yeah, just running down the accolades, that makes sense.
Yeah.
I'm okay with that. Matter of fact, I'm an advocate for that. Yes.
Yeah, he's a Hall of Famer.
Kawhi Leonard is a Hall of Famer right now. Yeah.
Who's his comparables? His comps? They got it on Basketball Reference.
Yeah. So 7 seasons. Let's look at. He's a 38% 3-point shooter, 50% from the field. He averages 7 boards, 3 assists, 16 points, which is kind of skewed. I mean, because over the last 4 years, he's averaged over 20.
Mm-hmm.
He's got 3 All-Stars.
Dang, I thought he had more than that.
Yeah, 3 All-Stars, 2015, 2016, and 2018.
And probably only 2 starts, right? That's 16 and 18. Well, that probably ain't going to show it there. But the other, I think that first one was reserve.
Yeah, the first one was definitely a reserve. He only started 39 games. It looks like he maybe started some of the 2012, 2013 season. He only got 57 starts.
Okay. But you sold on him being a Hall of Famer.
Yes, I'm sold on him being a Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
The health is an issue, obviously.
Yeah.
With the last 2 seasons, he's only played 69 games. 69 regular season games. So the health is an issue. But after running it down and hearing it, yeah. You talk about 7 seasons.
Yeah.
You've won 2 championships and you've been the MVP in 2 of those championships. You got a defensive player of the year and you've been an all-star, first team NBA, first team all defense. Yeah. He's a Hall of Famer so far.
Now,
Yeah. The only way he falls out of Hall of Fame stature is if he had injury-riddled seasons for the next 7 or 8.
He's done enough in the front half.
That's like saying Derrick Rose has done enough in the front half. And
He ain't got a chip.
I know. But, I mean, you talk about the first 6 seasons, it was immaculate basketball.
He got, an MVP?
Other than, yeah.
1 first team. Did he get a first team? Yeah, he had to get a first team that MVP,
Yeah. Yeah, he got a first team, 2 years?
3 All-Stars?
Nah, more than
4.
that. I think he got 4. I think. Let's check. But I mean, I'm saying, it would take a lot for him to fall out of Hall of Fame stature.
Yeah. All right.
But as of right now, yeah.
So
Hall of Famer.
On the flip side of that, Golden State. Are they still considered a dynasty? Me and my guy had this debate. I told him no. Because even though they got to the finals 5 times, they lost 2 of them. And when I think dynasty, you don't lose in a championship game. But if you do, for Golden State dynasty to still be on point, they have to do what New England has done. Even though they got 2 losses in there.
You got to win like 2 more.
Yeah, they got to win like 2 more. Because he told me, yeah, they was a dynasty. So I'm like, yo, so are the Detroit Bad Boys a dynasty? They won 2 in a row. Nobody considers that a dynasty.
Nah. I don't
Houston
know
Rockets won 2 in a row. Is that a dynasty?
I don't know if you to say this is not a dynasty. I don't know. You was right about Derrick Rose with the 3 All-Stars. It's 3.
Don't skip on my acumen, man.
You're right. Hey, you're right. When he's right, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, he's right. That's 3. I feel like they've done so much in such a little amount of time. It's hard to not say it's a dynasty. I think it's too early to tell.
So if this was the 80s, 90s, would they be considered a dynasty?
Yeah, because nobody was doing it. Nobody was doing it other than LA. And when we talking about the 90s, well, 80s and 90s, you're talking about LA, you're talking about the Bulls, and you're talking about Boston.
So
Nobody else had runs like
so
that.
in that stretch, how many times have Portland made it to the finals? They made it like 3 or 4 times, but they just never won.
They never won. Yeah.
So does that win take you away from being a dynasty, even though you've been there? Like the Buffalo Bills.
I was about to say, they called the Buffalo Bills a dynasty. They kept going.
But theirs was back to back. Even though they lost, well, Golden State's the same as well.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They kept going. They won a majority of them. You know, they lost 2. They lost to the best player in the world at that time.
That's true.
You can even say the same thing this year. They lost to the best player. Well, I take no.
Yes,
never
they
mind.
did. Yes,
No, they didn't.
He was the best player in basketball.
No, he wasn't.
Yes,
Kevin
he was.
Durant is the best player in basketball.
This year, when Kawhi played, he was the best player in basketball.
No.
Yeah.
Now we disagreeing. I don't think he was the top 2. I think
smoking.
I think the top 2.
GA.
Yeah, GA and KD was the 2 best players in basketball when they played this year.
You're right. I don't even know what made me even try to.
I think it was those
right.
2.
Right.
But aside from that, I think it's too early to say yes or no. If they would have won this one, dynasty.
Oh yeah,
dynasty.
For real.
I think you got to sew it up as a dynasty. You get 3-peat and 4 or 5 dynasty.
Yeah, all day.
But now, because you institute a second loss, I want to see how they rebound from this. And even if they don't make it next year, which I don't think they will, I think
if they make the playoffs,
they'll make the playoffs. I think their team is too good. I think they still have a good coach. And one thing that they don't get enough credit for, and I think it really is diminished by the fact that they brought in KD. I don't care what anybody says. Golden State knows how to develop talent.
They do.
A lot of people think like, oh, they just got this super team because they brought in KD. They brought in DeMarcus Cousins.
Yeah, these are
guys can
drafted.
develop.
These were drafted
Everybody
players.
got drafted.
The core was drafted.
Yeah, almost. I mean, of course, they instituted some very solid veterans around them. Andre Iguodala,
but the veterans,
Livingston,
the veterans
Bogut.
that they signed were outcasts.
Yeah.
Philly didn't want Iggy no more.
Nope.
Livingston
was a journeyman.
Never lived up to the hype after the injury.
Yeah.
Bogut didn't live up to the hype after maybe 3 years in Milwaukee.
Yeah,
Then
and
he fell off after the injury.
Also multiple injuries. Yeah,
Yep.
But you talk about you develop Steph, you develop Draymond, you develop Clay. You know the guys that you have, you're developing. They're developing Quinn Cook.
Yeah, Quinn Cook.
Very, very well. I think Jordan Bell.
Even Bell. Yeah.
Yes, Jordan Bell is
Looney.
developing well. Yes, I think they. Quiet as kept, Patrick McCaw was developing very well.
Oh, yeah.
They just couldn't keep him money-wise.
He's a dynasty by himself. He got 3 in a row.
3 in a row. Shout out to Patrick McCaw. They develop really well. I think they'll make the playoffs. They won't be a top 5 seed in the West.
So they're making the play. So who are you putting over them next year without if Thompson comes back, he's going to come back in probably March, April.
Yeah.
KD's gone for the year.
Agreed.
Starting from the bottom, you got them better than Utah? Currently constructed?
Yes, they'll still be better than Utah.
So it'll probably be easier to go for the top. So Denver's a lock.
Denver, yeah.
Houston's a lock.
Yeah.
Portland's a lock.
Give me Portland too. Yeah.
OKC is a lock.
Yes.
Utah. Is
No,
that a lock?
I don't give Utah a lock. I give LA a lock now.
Oh, yeah, that's right. LA.
with,
LA a lock. What is that, 6?
That's 5.
Portland.
LA. OKC. Houston. Denver. That was the 5.
What about Clips? The Clips in there.
I think that the Clippers are. I don't know. The Clippers probably lose Tobias Harris.
He's been gone.
Not Tobias Harris. Our guy, Patrick Beverly.
Yeah.
I think they probably lose Patrick Beverly.
Yeah, and that's the glue.
I don't know if they if they keep him or not. I think he probably ends up going elsewhere because and honestly, I think that's okay because they'll start to bring in Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. So that won't hurt him as much. It'll hurt him defensively.
So 6, 7, and 8 is open.
Yeah.
So Golden State is in that 6, 7, 8 range.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't think they finished top 5. So yeah, 6, 7, 8. They somewhere in there.
Dude, does Denver take a step?
I think Denver takes a step forward. Yeah, they
With
should.
Chris Stapps coming back.
Oh, you got to.
And you said no Utah.
I don't think Utah is better than them.
The only team that may drop out from this year would probably be New Orleans.
New Orleans wasn't in it this
Wait,
year.
they went into this year?
No.
Last year?
Yeah, that was year before. Who was it? Everybody we just named, minus LA. LA wasn't in it, but they had
Utah.
Who else?
And that's what? That's 6,
That's
7.
6.
Oh man.
San Antonio.
Yeah, San Antonio.
San Antonio will be better next year.
Yeah, they will be.
San Antonio will be better next year. I think Denver will be better next year.
DeRozan coming for his trophy, man.
Got to.
You know what I'm saying?
And you got to understand that they played a majority of this entire year without their main point guard.
That's true.
They didn't have Lonnie Walker or DeJounte Murray. They'll be much better next year. Denver will be better next year. They're going to have, knock on wood, a healthy Michael Porter Jr. You know, I've always been high on him. I wish the Bulls would have drafted him, but they didn't. So, you know, that's old.
Denver is still missing something. I know a lot of people say that it's just the experience, which is true, but I think they're missing one more element. Maybe they got all the shooters. I think they need a dirty work person. You know, somebody.
I can see that.
A talented Plumlee, if you will, kind of like a Montrezl Harrell type.
Yeah, or a runner test type guy.
Yeah. Okay.
There's no way you cannot get better by having Michael Porter Jr. No way. I think
I don't see him having a lengthy career at all. I really don't.
What?
He's a talent, man. But once big man in those back feet and knees, man.
The feets is the foot's work.
You can't.
I don't know, man. I think I am very high on this guy.
Okay, we'll see.
I think that I think Denver will be better.
His brother down too, right?
Yeah.
It's in the Porter blood.
The Porter blood.
In the blood of Porter blood.
I think he still gets drafted first round.
Okay.
Latter half, but yeah, Jonte, what's the name? Is it Jonte Porter?
It's close. It's
something like that.
It's light skin. It sounds right to me. It sounds very right to me.
But he's. I think he gets drafted late first round.
So speaking about injuries and big men, we know the feet, knees, and back is a monster.
Yeah.
L.A.
Yeah.
Just grab somebody that had issues with all three. Including the shoulder.
Mm-hmm.
So what do you think they're doing with the signing of AD?
The Lakers are always in win now mode. The Lakers are too big of a dynasty, too big of an attraction to ever have a long rebuilding process.
Yeah.
So they're always going to do things like this, whether it blows up in their face or not, a la Gary Payton and Karl Malone at the end of their careers. So those things will happen. I think it's still a very good move for LA.
Mm-hmm.
You have to put the right pieces around them. We was just talking about this before we started to record. You need a Bradley Beal type guy.
Yeah.
I think you need another scrappy perimeter defender type guy. I think it would be very, very smart of them to go out because they're going to have like $23 million, maybe even more.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm LA, I try to get Beal. I try to get Patrick Beverly. Those two guys change the way your team works. You don't need you can start Beal. You can just have Beverly come off the presence and continue the defense.
You know that's not how the Lakers built. If they can get that one guy, that Kemba, they're gonna try to get Kemba.
I think they'll try to get Kemba, but Kemba is best with the ball in his hands, and he's not going to make
everybody that they're speaking of getting need the ball in their hands.
Not Beal. Bradley Beal does not need the ball in his hands
he hasn't
to be effective.
That's what we want to see. They're not talking about Beal.
They not, but
they were talking about Beal earlier.
Right, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm saying is what's smart. If you put me in man, give me Rob Pelinka's job, and I had him winning not one. Not 2,
5 and 6.
Not 3, not 4, not 5, not 6. I had him winning some rings over there in LA.
But I understand the move that they made because this is LeBron in year 17.
Yeah.
It makes sense.
You have a limited window with LeBron James.
If this was LeBron year 9, I would not make the move. I would keep all these young cats and build because you still got time with LeBron. You don't have
Agreed.
that time now.
No.
But my thing is, once LeBron leaves in maybe 3-4 years, now you still have AD.
Mm-hmm.
What's around AD? Because you done mortgage the future. The future's gone.
Not necessarily, because
unless you keep going free agency.
Yeah, I mean, you can't. I mean, but LA has always done that. Again, LA never wants to be in full-on rebuild mode, so they still have a solidified star to build around.
But that vein they were going in, I really wanted.
I liked it too.
Man,
they had some really good young talent.
LeBron changes a lot. I get it.
He does. But here's the thing that they did that was smart: is the first round draft picks aren't consecutive. They spaced them out.
Word?
Yeah.
I thought they was 1, 2, 3.
They spaced them out, which was it's.
Are they protected or they straight up?
They're not protected. They are not protected, but they are spaced out. I think it's.
So over the course of 6 years, they're getting 3 picks.
No, over the course of 5 years, they're getting 3 picks. So I think it's 21 and 23. They don't give up a pick.
So okay.
It's something like that. I know they spaced it out a little bit, so they're not just giving up pick after pick after pick.
They waiting for Sharif, huh?
I guess so. That might be a smart move. Or Lil Bronny.
Yeah. That's some of the dumb.
Lil Bron.
That's I can.
I don't know how it's gonna go, but I mean we'll see. Who knows? Maybe.
So does this. Well, we know they're in the championship talk, but does this make them the clear-cut favorites with AD? Or are you like me, I need to see how the rest of the team feels out?
Yeah, of course. You got to see how the rest of the team feels out. I mean, because you got to look at it like this. LeBron James does not have a good track record of year one of a major roster overhaul.
LeBron doesn't have a good track record as being a GM.
That's true too. I mean, but eventually it tends to. It's worked out more than it hasn't.
I saw a clip. I think I was on Instagram, and they had what was the quote? The headline was, "LeBron helped all of these guys win trophies." So it was like Wade and Bosh. Mm-hmm. Then it was each line after that: Kyrie, Love, and then whomever. The last one was AD.
Mm-hmm.
I beg to differ. If LeBron didn't have them, he wouldn't have won a championship.
I agree with that part too. It's two-sided.
Yeah.
LeBron James needs these players.
That's
the reason why he. I saw another stat that is like, since LeBron James started doing these moves in like 2010, I think has been like 44 trades on his teams from 2010 until now.
Wow.
44 trades.
LeBron is going to be one of those superstars where he's going to be mentioned as one of the greatest, the GOAT, probably.
Mm-hmm.
But he's going to have so many people that remember and know basketball of how he constructed teams, disrupted teams in terms of not talking about them, but wanting to get them out because he didn't want to play with rookies and things like that.
He drove wedges.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So a lot of people are going to remember that and say that you were never able to win on your own accord.
Yeah, I mean,
because he always went someplace and got someone to come with him.
That's the thing. It's like he's that guy that's really popular in school, but he can't go anywhere by himself.
Yeah,
because maybe I don't know, maybe he's soft or he. Not saying that LeBron's soft.
SOF,
but it's
capital T, soft.
But it's like he just kind of has that persona. It's like, yo, man, well, I'll go if you go. Yeah. It's kind of like that.
No, I see that all day.
I think it works for him because he's just a very dope, likable guy. Yeah. It doesn't hurt that he's an amazing basketball player. So those things, kind of just work in his favor with the way that the whole team construction of a team works. I don't think they are. They're going to be in title contention, but I don't think they are going to. I don't think they are a top 4 team. I think they're going to work some kinks out. You want to see LeBron and AD play at least 70 games apiece.
Oh, yeah.
But absolutely. When is the last time that either of them have played 70 games? I don't know. You want to do some load management and be able to watch the wear and tear, but you still want to be able to make sure that they have chemistry. This is going to be it's going to be a lot of give and take. You got a new coach, so it's a lot going on. Well, I mean, I see your face. I see your face. So the coach is LeBron, I understand, but
no, the coach is that top assistant.
Jason Kidd.
That's the coach.
I don't know why he didn't just get the job outright. I don't get it.
Why if you're a seasoned coach, as Frank Vogel is, you have 2 head coach assistants on your bench? Lionel Hollins.
I don't know.
I'm sorry. And Kidd.
Yeah, Lionel Hollins is an amazing basketball mind, very underrated basketball coach. I'm surprised Kidd didn't get the starting job. Not sure what's going on with that. But, it is what it is. I think that Kidd may be there to be that buffer where it's like, okay, I can't let LeBron run over Vogel, so let me have Kidd here to kind of,
Kidd is there for when they're number 7, 6 seed, about a game or 2 out of the 8th seed before All-Star break.
And Vogel gets fired.
And I can so see that happening.
Yeah, I dig it. I feel you. I can see that happening too. They will be good. They will make the playoffs. I don't know if they are straight title contention right away. I say give them a year or 2. Well, and it depends on what they put around them.
Well, they got to be contenders right away because LeBron ain't got a year or 2.
He may not. I don't know.
He don't have a year or 2.
They got. I don't see them winning, 60 games and, making some immaculate run at the championship unless they put these pieces around them and they just mesh and they gel so great and so quickly. But then the thing is, LeBron James has never gelled and meshed like right away that first season with anybody.
That's true.
It just hasn't happened. When it was Wade and Bosh, it didn't happen. When it was him and Kyrie and Love, it didn't happen. It took a second, and everything has to go right. Everything has to go right. And unless it doesn't always happen like that. His first year with Kyrie was injured for, a great chunk of it. Everything doesn't go right. The health is the main thing for both of them. But I think a lot of it is going to be about the pieces they put around them. They still need some shooting. They still need some more defense. You gave up a lot of youth, a lot of good pieces that could have fit for the future. So what are you going to do now? I don't know.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, I really like what New Orleans got back.
Oh, New Orleans got.
I really like.
That's a team I'm really interested in seeing.
I'm definitely interested in seeing New Orleans.
Very, very, very much so.
New Orleans needs some veteran pieces, but they feeling real Brooklyn-esque. They're feeling real Brooklyn West. I mean, they got the good young pieces.
Well, Brooklyn won't be Brooklyn now if they get Kyrie and let D-Lo go.
I think Kyrie likes the Knicks more than Brooklyn. Probably just because of the bravado and the chip that he walks with. That kind of
and I get that. I understand that.
I think that's the New York factor.
But the Knicks have nothing that I want to go to basketball-wise, and Brooklyn has it all.
They do. That's true. That is another thing. Kyrie does want to win.
And it's not like you're going to play in the Meadowlands in New Jersey. You're going to Brooklyn. You're playing at the Barclays, so you're playing at a...
Yeah, you're still going to be big time. The lights is going to shine.
Yeah, just as well as... another reason?
Madison Square, yeah.
I think he's going to Brooklyn. He's just signed with Rock Nation.
He did.
And Jay-Z. Still
got the Brooklyn connection.
Yeah.
I dig it. That's not far-fetched. No. That's not far-fetched. I can see it happening. To me, you got enough money to sign Kyrie and still pay D'Angelo Russell. Me personally, I would want to keep them both. I know they both play the same position, but I think D'Lo knows how to play off ball. Not necessarily have to defer to Kyrie, but find a way to coexist in that backcourt. I think that would be a really dope backcourt. But all signs point to, if they get Kyrie, that D'Lo is moving along. And if he does, so be it. But I think they will still be a very exciting team to watch. I can still see them making the playoffs again. New Orleans is going to be exciting. Brandon Ingram, the Drew Holiday, Lonzo Ball, Zion Williamson. You still got what's my man's name? Julius Randle.
He opted out.
Did he?
Yeah, he opted out of that $9 million. You can get way more than that.
Oh, but I think they'll try to re-sign him. They got the money.
Yeah,
they definitely got the money. And you need a front court guy. Pay him. He played well last year, especially when AD went down. He played even better. So now you talking about the way that he's going to be able to play and maneuver around in the paint without, worrying about AD roaming or coexisting in a place that they both like to occupy. Re-sign Julius Randle. Give him his money. Give him $21 a year. I think he worth that. Especially with the market and the way that things is going nowadays. Yeah, give him 21. Give him 21 mil. Over the course of like 4-5. I think that's a solid deal for Julius Randle.
I agree.
I think if you do that, and I still say, if I'm them, I know that they're talking about fielding offers for the number 4. I say keep the number 4 and see what's out there. I would like them to stay with the number 4 and still keep 1, but we'll see what's happening. A lot of movement, a lot of hearsay about them moving on 4, even with our Bulls. The Bulls sound like they're going to be very active around the draft.
And since we're in Chicago, whenever the Bulls don't say nothing around this time, something's in the work.
Yeah.
We don't know what it is, but when they're doing a lot of talking and Garpax is all over the place, we about to get Taco Falls.
Don't say that.
You know what I'm saying? But when they're silent,
don't say that.
We got some stuff in the works, man.
One thing we don't need is any more front court help.
Not at all.
I think our front court is actually pretty solid with marketing with Lopez. I actually want to keep Lopez now. For the longest, I've been saying, get rid of Lopez.
Lopez balled out that second half.
He did, and I think the veteran presence is just really good.
And he wants to be here, so you got to keep that.
Yeah. So I say, Lopez, Wendell Carter Jr., Lowry Markkanen, Felicio, he's trash, but we got him.
If you trade anything, you just throw him in.
Oh yeah, definitely throw him in there because he's a cap eater supreme. He's killing us right now. That $8 million and not doing anything is absolutely terrible. But I know we've tossed our name. Well, our name has been tossed around with possibly getting the number 4 from the Pelicans. We've also had some murmurings about D'Angelo Russell, Lonzo Ball. Although now that Lonzo Ball has gone to LA, I think New Orleans is pretty content with keeping him. I think that backcourt will be really nice with Holiday and Ball. I think that'll be a nice backcourt. I think you can keep that. They are both big enough guards that you can switch 1 and 2. They can both defend either position, 1 or 2. So I say, hey, continue to roll with that. But you never know how things will change. If I could see them packaging, Lonzo Ball and the 4th and, shipping him, one more time. But who knows how that'll go. I don't understand. I really don't have any foresight, but I would like to see them stick together.
Yeah, me too.
I would like to see them stick together.
And I don't think they'll break that up. You really can't at this point because you don't know what you have yet with that.
Well, I mean, here's the thing is, but they want to get rid of this 4th. So if they feel like they can get rid of this 4th for something that's valuable enough, I could see him going somewhere. I definitely see them keeping Ingram. But I could see them kind of moving on Lonzo Ball just because they already have a solidified point.
Hey, come to Chicago.
Hey, I'm all for it. I'm all for it. If to me, if New Orleans is smart, you keep both. You keep Ball and what's his name? Holiday. Obviously, Holiday not going nowhere. Nobody's talking about Josh Hart though.
No, and he may be the sleeper in the whole thing.
Nobody's talking about Josh Hart. Josh Hart, I can see Josh Hart moving, but again, if I'm New Orleans, I keep Josh Hart too. That's a really good core. You got two really good guards, a really solid forward. All of these guys is, you know what is Josh Hart like? Maybe 24, 23?
Yeah.
He's young.
And if they don't want him, I'll give you that 7, Chris Dunn, and any of my small forwards you want, and give me Hart back with that Ball deal. I'll give you Hutchison. I'll give you Denzel.
Okay. This Denzel last year, too.
Yep.
Yeah.
Expiring contract. I'll throw in Felicio. Expiring money.
Let's go. Let's go.
Give me Hart and Ball, and I'll let you keep that 4th. You just take this 7th and this and these expiring contracts.
Hell no. I want a draft pick.
You just want a draft pick, man.
I want a draft pick, dog.
Ball would be a draft pick. He was a number 2 pick last year.
But we talking about the same thing that we talk about Anthony Davis. We talking about with Ball. Ball has missed 60-something games in the last 2 seasons.
Well, LeVar told me they wasn't doing them right over there. So that's all I can go by, man. If LeVar said they wasn't doing them right.
You got to believe Pop Ball.
They wasn't doing them right, man.
They may not have been. But, I mean, you missed.
Bill Walton. Luke Walton didn't want to play him, man. They wasn't doing them right,
60-plus games, dog. You telling me you sitting out 30 games a season. I don't know if I want that.
He about to show y'all. What cannabis say?
I believe when he plays, he's healthy. I mean, when he plays, he's healthy. When he's healthy, he plays well.
Nicodamus. It's letting you know. You best give me the respect that I deserve. I'm going to take it by force, man.
Put some respect on my name.
Whoever get Ball, I'm telling you, you getting something.
I like him. I like Lonzo Ball. I think he's a solid player.
He won't become a scorer till probably year 5.
It shouldn't take you 5 years to learn how to score.
Well, you don't have to learn how to score. You have to get inept at scoring like Jason Kidd did. He knew how to score, but the NBA scoring is different than how long did it take Kidd to get that jump shot?
So you talk about getting a jump shot, or are you talking about being able to score? Because he was able to still get to the basket.
Well, Lonzo has never been able. Well, I won't say was able, but he wasn't given that chance to score.
True. I mean, because Rod Strickland could never really shoot.
Yeah.
But
because
he got points.
Because his first
year, he got to the basket.
Clarkson took all the shots.
True.
Then you have Braun and coming of age.
Where is Clarkson? Is he still in Cleveland?
Yeah, he's over there. Basketball hell.
Gosh, that's gotta hurt.
Yep.
That's gotta hurt.
Hey.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
It sucks.
So we got that out the way. We got the NBA out the way. We got LA possible title contenders. Well, our title contenders. Lonzo Ball, watch him.
I'm with you on that.
Golden State still making the playoffs.
Got it.
Bulls sleepers.
Let's hope.
Yeah.
With Guard Packs running the show, man, I'm always gonna be a fan. I'm always rooting for my boys, but
you never know.
It's hard to put any faith in them. I am excited to see what they gonna do because they got something up the sleeve. Supposedly they offered Kobe White. They promised him.
We always promise somebody. We promised Chad. Well, we went and got him after last year too.
Hutchison, we promised him at 22 and we scoped him.
Yeah,
we'll see.
Tomato.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah,
we'll see what's going on with that.
Yeah, so I was reading a story. I think we basketball out. We done sports out for about 30 minutes.
Are we?
Just about.
We can talk about this all day.
So the big thing in the world right now is inclusion and diversity, right? We have it on our jobs. People are having it placed in their titles at work now. I'm the director. I actually have a friend I went to high school with. She, shout out to her, just became a vice president of diversity, inclusion, and something else. It's like 3 of them: diversity, inclusion, and something else.
All right.
So with all of that,
she a sister?
Yeah, of course.
Oh, okay.
So it's
all right.
dread hair sister. Yes.
I'm just
So-
saying diversity and inclusion in this. It's a wonderful Caucasian woman.
Absolutely. What's the
So
Rachel?
this is all wrong.
Rachel Dolas.
Rachel Doziak.
I'm gonna go back to my thought. Did you hear that this chick came out as bisexual today? She riding all the waves.
Rachel those
Yeah.
for real?
She riding all the waves. She's bisexual now.
She said, I'm a bisexual black woman born to 2 Caucasian parents.
Yeah. She gonna get all the waves.
Hey,
Next
man,
year she gonna be hermaphrodite.
She probably will. Say, hey, who knows?
I'm a cosplayer.
I did.
Just random stuff. Just random stuff, B. I'm telling you.
I did not hear about her being bisexual. But
Yeah.
it doesn't surprise me. Not in the slightest.
But
it's funny.
So we get to the inclusion talk. So big movie. I don't even know if it's been released because I'm not here for it. Men in Black.
No, I don't think it's out yet. But yeah.
So Tessa Thompson, one of this generation's leading actresses.
Boy, she fine as hell.
Oh, she
That's
bad.
what I know.
She bad.
She's
So
fine.
she mentioned that the franchise should consider changing the name of Men in Black to include, I don't even know if this is a word, but I'm going to say it anyway, inclusivity. That sounds right to me.
Hey, it's a word now.
Ding.
We're putting it up there.
So how do you feel about when women say that something should change based upon what's been, I wouldn't even say the standard, but in this case, what's been the norm? This is the title of a movie. This is a franchise, meaning you can't change the title of a franchise.
Yeah. I mean, because that's what it's known for. It's just like saying, I don't know. So, by the way, the movie did come out. It came out June 14th. But like you said, neither one of us is really here.
Yeah,
for
I'm not
it.
checking for that.
Yeah, I'm not. Neither am I.
I saw Thor, but that ain't the way I want my Thor, so I didn't. Sorry, Hemsworth, but I didn't want to see you like that, man.
I dig it.
I need you with a mallet and a Hulk next to you, man. I don't want to see you in nothing else. Black Cat, nothing.
He in Black Cat?
Yeah, he's the star dude in Black Cat. He's the main character.
Ah, well, there you go. There you have it.
So how you feel about that, bro?
Trying to tiptoe here.
Hey, man.
I'm trying to. Maybe I shouldn't. I shouldn't.
No.
All right. So look, there are. I hate to say a time and a place, but essentially that's what it is. There's a time and a place for inclusion and this ain't it. Honestly, this isn't it. I don't see how this changes. This doesn't change the narrative of the show. It was. I don't think it was sexist when it first was introduced as Men in Black. I don't think that there's a lack of inclusion now that it's still Men in Black after, what is this, the third installment? Fourth. I don't think this takes away from anything if you're one of the leading characters, so I don't think
that's the inclusion.
Yes.
And the diversity.
You got one of the leading Caucasian A-list actors set alongside would you still call her up and coming, or is she here?
No, I would say she's here. She's here.
Alongside a very prominent, gorgeous, by the way, I can't say it enough, female actress. I don't think there is an additional step of inclusion that needs to be had by changing the title of the movie.
I think we as people, us included, just people in general, we fall victim to sometimes wanting to find a platform when a platform isn't there. So, for example, she would have had an issue, I believe, if a white woman was cast in a role. This looks like this was something you just were going to harp on, or you were in an interview and you felt you needed to say something deep, or you started and you went down this wormhole.
Why bring it up now? I mean, why not bring it up when you was filming this movie?
I don't think it's to me, it's nothing to bring up.
I don't think so either. And it's not that. And when we say it's nothing to bring up, let's not. We don't want to gloss over the fact that inclusion isn't an issue.
Absolutely.
But this shouldn't be the issue. This shouldn't be the platform. I think there are other ways that she could have brought up the lack of inclusion or the lack of diversity. If that's the case, then she should have brought up like, okay, well, how much did you pay Hemsworth as opposed to how much you paid me? Then we can start talking about some inclusion or exclusivity or diversity.
She could have even championed the fact that she's a black female in a $2 billion franchise that her and Hemsworth are looking to take over.
Yeah.
This is not a one-shot deal.
Nah. If this goes great, you're going to have another Men in Black International.
Yeah.
You know, if you go on and you do great things with this, you'll continue to have this could be an opportunity to revamp the franchise. But you have to understand, this is a franchise. You're talking about the 4th installment. You don't all of a sudden just change the name.
That's stupid.
That's what you're known for. It's like all of a sudden it's like, yeah, man, we done had a Big Mac, and then we got another Big Mac, and then all of a sudden they're taking away the sauce.
We're just gonna call it the Big Mick.
Yeah, we gonna call it the Big. What the hell is that?
So she sit up there talking about, yo, I don't want this movie to be called Creed. It should be called Creed and Me.
Creed and I.
the Creeds. like what's?
It's just I don't understand that there is a topic.
It was a waste of a rant.
Yes, it's a discussion to be had when it comes to inclusion and diversity in the workplace and in film and in Hollywood. In media, that is a good conversation to be had. But to say we should change the name of Men in Black, you picked the wrong fight. This you picked the wrong string to pull, the wrong thread to pull at.
She straight up didn't pull at when she got cast in that Marvel universe.
Right.
When she gonna star in this Valkyrie movie that's coming out.
Exactly.
So what movie do you pick and choose when the title should be changed?
Right. I mean, to me, this is just it's not the topic. It's the reason that she brought the topic up. So it's I think she could have. I don't even know if this was something that was thought out, as more so it just might have been very spontaneous, and she just felt like, you know what, here's my moment. Let me try to bring some inclusion or some diversity. I to be honest, I don't know what the hell she was thinking.
Well,
it just wasn't. It wasn't the right time for me.
Well, the article it began with them talking about equal pay, so that's how it started. So I think.
So stay on that.
So I think in her diatribe, it became it just started bubbling and boiling, and then she just started saying, well, how about we change this and make it. Just turned into something that I don't think she intended, but once she got there, she wasn't sorry for it.
So was she trying to be like obtuse when she said it? When she was like, oh well, if that's the case, then why don't we just change it to
no? She was the way that the article read. She was very laced. She was straight laced.
I don't know. That's weird. It's a great point when we talking about inclusion and diversity and fairness, when we talking about pay and wages and all of that, because that's factual information that we can point out and say women are paid much less in Hollywood, in every field. Almost every field, women are paid much less than men are. Let's stick to that, because we have factual information that we can utilize to bring this up, that you can bring your points to light. You can have people say, you know what, you got a great point here. Not talking about, oh, we should change the name of the franchise so that women can feel included. I don't feel like women were clamoring to feel like they needed to be included in Men in Black.
Who was thinking about Men in Black?
That's what I'm saying. It's like, yo, what the hell are you talking about right now?
Hillary Swank didn't go around saying, I want to be called the Karate Woman. She said, leave it the Karate Kid. She ain't changed
nothing. You know what I'm saying? It's like, yo, like you bugging right now. You bugging.
Ghost women. Not Ghostbusters.
Not Ghostbusters.
Ghost women.
Yeah, it's you tripping. She tripping. I just
we don't want to be called Ocean's 8. Let's be called Lake Rivers 2. If you don't get out of here,
Lake Rivers 2.
Get out of here.
Oh man, yeah. I don't understand it. Maybe I have to. Maybe it was misconstrued in the article because it was an article and not an interview, right?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I'm trying to wrap my mind around how we missed the boat.
And let's just call it what it is. Sometimes people can just be on a deeper plane than they need to be. Sometimes it's cool.
She overshot the moon.
Sometimes it's cool to get off the surfboard and just let the water just take you a little bit.
Yeah, just chill.
You don't have to fight the wave.
I dig it. She overshot the moon on this one.
Yeah.
It's now again.
She's still fine.
Oh, that don't take away none of it. Yeah. She fine in the mother. I think that.
Did we just reduce her to a look? I included her. I'm sorry.
I don't think. Okay, so look, it's more than just a look. She's a good actress.
Yeah,
we said that too. She was good in Creed. She was good in Valkyrie. She was good in what was the other one? Thor. Valkyrie ain't been out, but she was when she was the Valkyrie in Thor.
Yeah.
So she's a good actress. I don't want to make it seem like she's just a pretty face and that we shouldn't listen to what she's saying. I'm saying that she could have chose a better argument if she would have continued to keep it with the wages, or if she could have talked about more inclusion, about women needing more leading roles or star roles, or spoke to it from an African American standpoint, saying that black women don't get casted as much. Those are things that make sense. You talking about completely changing the name and the direction of a franchise to include women when we don't even know if women want to be included in Men in Black. Like, come on. It's not like, oh man, we ain't gonna let you participate in the Olympics.
Yeah, because
everybody want to be included in the Olympics. We talking about Men in Black.
I'm sure they have a target demographic that includes probably more men.
Yeah, I mean it's like the. Hey, I can almost guarantee you, the majority of people who are going to go and see this are going to be guys.
They not Tessa Thompson fans.
Let me take that back. They probably kids. This is. It seems like at least from the previews that I saw, it's geared to more.
They're going to see the guy from Thor.
Yeah.
Because if you don't see Men in Black, you don't see them all from our age perspective.
You're not gonna be surprised by this.
Nah.
I'm gonna tell you what's gonna happen. They're gonna find an alien.
Yeah.
The alien is trying to destroy the Earth, destroy the world somehow.
They're gonna light something up. Memory gone.
Yeah, and then they save the day.
Yeah.
And they're named after a vowel or a consonant.
Yeah.
One of the two.
That's about it.
That's the gist of that story. It's actually come out 3 times already. This is the 4th installment of the same story.
That's like Gabrielle Union, who's headlining the Bad Boys TV series based upon her character in Bad Boys 2. That's like if she changed it to Bad
Woman. Yeah. Bad woman plus boy.
But that doesn't hold the same weight. You know what I mean?
Because when you hear it, you want to connect it to the franchise.
Absolutely.
So it's like when you see me, and this is something that's new, and you want it to be revamped, and you want to be able to connect it to something, and to say, okay, oh, this is where I got this from. Anytime that you have a spinoff or a new installment, and it's because of something previous to it did well, you want to be able to have that correlation.
That's right.
You want to be able to have that connection. That's why you keep it Men in Black. Men in Black, what is it? Men in Black International, I think it's called.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, it's the inclusion is the fact that you finally have a woman lead.
I agree. Absolutely. Wholeheartedly.
Didn't they have a woman in the 3rd one though? Like, it's like she wasn't a lead, but she was like
she was a main.
cast.
Yeah, she was one of the main, like the tier 1 of the supporting cast. Yeah.
There you go. Now this is even a step up.
She was right under. If Will was number 1, Josh Brolin was 2. She was 3.
Yeah. So I mean, it's. I just think that, man, this wasn't a very good argument. The point that she picked isn't a good argument. Again, inclusion and diversity in all facets of women in the workplace is a strong topic, something that needs to be heard, something that needs to be brought up. It deserves attention. Not with Men in Black, though.
Yeah.
Not with Men in Black. I think that was the main issue with this one. It's just that it's a good discussion to have. The absolute wrong topic. If she would have kept the article or the discussion to the wages, or kind of delved deeper or gone into some more depth into that, you talking about changing the name of a franchise that all of a sudden nobody will know where it's coming from.
And they discussed several things in the article. They went over pay. They went over the inclusion for the film. They went over her relationship with Janelle Monáe. So I think this was more pretty much her being that free thinker, as Kanye say. Because I don't think she considered, we talked about this prior to, I don't think she considered herself a lesbian, but I guess you would say queer, meaning that she not bisexual, but whomever she likes, she likes.
Okay.
So I think when I read the article, it all seemed to balance around women empowerment, and women can do this, women can do that. So that whole
she's a free spirit, so to speak. She just kind of comes and goes and does on her own. She doesn't want the rules or the structure, and that's fine. And that's fine. That don't mean that they changing Men in Black.
Yeah, it was like a hail to the Me Too movement, which is pretty much dying down now. So it was like a hail to
somebody else do something rapey.
That's true. That's true. So who they just get? Cuba Gooding Jr.
Yeah, for like, would he grab a titty or something?
10 years ago. It's Kanye. I told you.
Can't even grab a titty out here.
I told you I was watching the Kanye joint from Dave Letterman.
Very good show.
And he said that
very good show.
He said that even though the Me Too movement is dying down, they got people going back like, what did I do 30 years ago that's in business?
Yeah.
So
it's real.
It's legit.
That's real, man. Yeah. If what is the show called?
David Letterman Talks, Letterman Speaks, something like that.
Yeah, it's on Netflix. A bunch of nice sit downs that he has. But he just did one with Kanye. Pretty dope. Ellen DeGeneres was pretty dope.
Yeah,
Jay-Z's was a while ago. His was fresh. But I didn't watch. That's a good watch.
My Next Guest with Dave Letterman.
I
didn't watch Jay-Z because I feel I know that narrative enough now, just based upon the years of his music. And 444 pretty much told me everything. I don't.
444 did tell a lot of it.
Yeah.
I think the most introspective part of it was more so him getting in touch or comfortable with being emotional.
Okay.
I think that was the best part.
That's 444.
Yeah. I mean, you're right. A lot of it was 444, but being able to him not have to rap it, but literally have to just speak and talk about it in a in-depth dialogue, not necessarily going deeper into the infidelity. He mentions it, but more so the part that struck me was that he never really knew how to be emotional or comfortable with talking about his emotions.
And that's dope. You said that when you mentioned the infidelities and being vulnerable, pretty much.
Yeah,
I don't give Beyonce any flack or grief when she makes faces when, for example, when they were at the game and the chick was.
I think it was blown out of proportion.
She has a right to make that face. Even his track record shows that this is probably what you do. So I don't want you talking to nobody, especially in my presence.
True.
So
I think it was blown out of proportion.
Absolutely.
Just because of who she was.
She did push that woman though.
She pushed her.
Yeah. You ain't see that? With an elbow.
Oh no! I didn't see that. I didn't see that. I did see the look.
When that woman sat back after whatever the order was exchanged, Beyonce, the woman was sitting right here. She took her elbow and like she was sitting up in her seat, and she goes,
I didn't.
Petty LaBelle.
Maybe I gotta watch it again. Yeah, well, Beyonce could be a bit petty.
But I believe
we've seen petty Beyonce before.
In a relationship that involves infidelity, the one that's been cheated on, I feel, has the right to feel however they want to feel when you speak to someone of the opposite sex.
Yeah, because you crushed a bit of that trust.
Yep.
Yeah, you have to work to rebuild that, and it's not something that's gonna happen overnight.
if the lady from Sonic is smiling while you giving me my slushie, I'm gonna be looking away.
Like, thank you, ma'am. I appreciate
For
you
real.
giving me my slushie.
For real. So I didn't see anything. The push was a little bit excessive, but I didn't see anything wrong with her attitude. She got it right.
Nah, yeah. I mean, and after breaking it down, that was the wife of the owner of Golden State, the LeCobes, and she said, she's invited them to games before. They was literally just getting the drink order or something like that. I don't think it was that big, but the Beehive thought that it was.
I don't
reason
want you talking to nobody, Sean. But Miss Knowles, he can't call her Beyonce no more. He got to call her Miss Knowles.
You got to address her by her surname.
For real. For real.
Yo.
Just call me Miss Knowles. Just Knowles. Walk around the house, Knowles.
Knowles. He can't even call her baby. Hey, baby. No.
Nah.
Those days are over.
Absolutely.
He probably got to call her by her middle name.
Yeah. Padjay. I think that's her middle name, Padjay. I do a lot of reading, man, so I retain useless information.
Ain't nothing wrong with that, bro. It wasn't useless if you was just able to bring it up on the show.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that was the only time I've used that. Thank you, Wikipedia.
Know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, I think social media will be quick to blow anything out of proportion. They definitely blew that out of proportion. I don't think it was that big. It definitely wasn't that bad. For them to be giving Shorty death threats. I mean, like, come on.
She got death threats? Man, I ain't know.
Yeah, she said she got death threats.
That's Twitter muscle, man. They want nobody to do nothing to her.
Dog. Yeah, I mean, stop it. Stop it with that. But, I mean, I don't know. I think Twitter has the has the tendency to grow legs on things and just run rampant. And obviously that was something that happened here, but yeah, that's anytime you talk about death threats for somebody or something that happened and you wasn't even there, like, come on, chill out. You don't know what that conversation was like or what happened. The only thing you analyzing is a face. A face that Beyonce made. She turned up her face.
All I needed Beyonce to do was chew gum at the same time. I'm like, I know what story he about to get when he get to the crib, man. That ain't about to be nothing.
To the crib, nigga. That wasn't gonna wait until halftime, my nigga.
Let's go to the tunnel. We have to go to the tunnel, Sean.
Yo, that wasn't gonna wait until halftime. She was gonna chew Buddy out.
You ready, B?
No.
No. I'm just gonna sit here. You know how she talk. I'm just gonna sit here and wait for my Popeyes.
For my Popeyes.
They don't have Popeyes here, B. They're bringing it to me.
I'm Beyonce. I can get Popeyes if I want it.
We ain't got nothing left, man.
We really don't. But hey, I do got something left. Cue the music though. Yo, shameless plug, real quick. My father's having an art show.
It sounds like you about to set up a dope joke. So my father's having an art show, and he came in and said, "Where are the paints?" Like, what?
And it's an absolute knee slapper. But no, Pops is having an art show on the 29th
or 27th.
Yeah, Pops having an art show on the 29th. It's going to be from 3 to 7 at University Park Golf Club. Golf course, University Park Golf Club. 23520 Crawford Avenue. That's in University Park. Saturday, June 29th, 3 to 7. He's going to be showcasing his art. This man has been painting stuff for literally decades. He got stuff from the 70s all the way up until the 2010s. So come check him out.
He got velvet Venuses.
Hell yeah.
That's what I want.
He got stuff with crushed velvet, silk. He got...
Is he selling or he's just showing?
So I am trying to convince him to be open to selling it, because people are going to ask.
Absolutely.
Because my father is, I mean, obviously it's my father, but it's no way I can't be biased. But once you see it, you have no way to say like, oh man, this is
I'll let y'all know if it's dope or not. If I come with like, man, this dude, I sit up here and drew 2 stick people talking about this a basket out.
Be like, nigga, your daddy ain't shit.
This nigga, he drew a basket.
No, Pops is dope, and I'm telling you, you gonna see. But yeah,
I gotta bring a date.
The more the merrier. I would say bring a date. I'm bringing mine.
Of course, you bringing yours. I hate to see y'all pictures.
Hate. Ladies and gentlemen, it just got salty as hell in the room.
Oh, man. When I see them posts, I'm like, oh, my goodness. I vomit twice.
Oh, man. It's all right. We're going to keep it coming.
Ain't nobody want black love that close.
Oh, man. I'm going to just start sending stuff in your inbox. So I'm going to be like, yo, Steph, check out these shoes. You're going to open it up as a picture of me and my girl.
Yeah.
You're going to be mad than a motherfucker.
Puke 2 times. But no, black love is beautiful. But that's all. That's all.
That's a wrap for the show. Hey, I'm gonna remind y'all on the next show. Remember, Saturday 29th.
Be sure to follow us on all platforms.
We just got the Spotify.
Spotify.
Yeah. We on Spotify now. What's our name?
Same as all of them.
Same as all of the other ones. He set up all of the stuff.
You see how brilliantly you did your pop stuff, but your own endeavor. You like, yo, what's our name? Yo, we ghost, man. We gonna talk about this off air, man.
Peace.